I do not like discussing and or giving airtime to congressional partisan political hackery and this kind of drama bullshit. But he wants to cover the AOC thing. So again, I don't give her grace anymore. I did for a really long time. I really have no grace to give her anymore.
Speak louder than words.
I have no grace for her anymore, but I just would assume just not even discuss her.
Now, if you're going to go out and make a statement today, effectively saying that you're in favor of censorship, that is a very dangerous place to be, because AOC has a very large platform and a lot of influence, despite what some people may think. She's not as popular as she thinks she is, but she does have a lot of followers, and they do listen. So this is the statement she made this afternoon.
I do think that several members of Congress in some of my discussions have brought up media literacy, because that is a part of what happened here. And we're going to have to figure out how we rein in our media environment so that you can't just spew disinformation and misinformation.
You mean like what you do?
It's one.
You mean like what you do?
If you're going to use that word, and when you're talking about reining in the media, I mean, you're somebody who basically was only able to get to Congress because people were gracious enough to put you, sure, JD, you know, but again, this is what happens when you're very politically ambitious, and she is.
Good luck to her with that.
Just as I talked about with Jordan on Status Quo this evening, Dana Nessel is very politically ambitious, and she wants to be the next governor of Michigan.
Good luck with that.
AOC wants to either be the next senator from New York or president of the United States.
And yet has not the balls to challenge Chuck Schumer. So
she doesn't have the balls to challenge anything.
No, but I'm just so disgusted with this whole thing right now. And I really would like to start, like, I like how Butch Ware refers to her, and I think we need to start calling her AOCP. Do you know how Butch Ware, you know who Butch Ware is?
AOCP?
AOCP. Because he calls her AOC Pelosi. No.
Oh, AOC Pelosi.
He calls her AOC Pelosi.
Okay.
And so I think we need to start calling her AOCP, because this kind of ridiculous, like, authoritarian empire representative shit is, as far as I'm concerned, you might as well just put the black helmet on her. She's now Darth Vader. Just pass the fucking lightsaber.
And who is putting her up to this? Like, I want to know who is in her inner circle that is saying.
The P of the AOCP.
You really think she's that close?
I think that she is gunning for that position. I think she knows that her way is to get in the good graces of Nancy Pelosi, because at the end of the day, that is still the rainmaker. And so that is the person who determines who gets money from the DCCC. That is the person who decides who gets to stay and who gets to go, and who gets what positions and what committees. And yeah, I do. I think that she is a suck up to her. That is what I think now.
I think she's just doing whatever she thinks she has to do in order to.
Well, but that's the thing. So she is now AOCP.
One thing to have differing opinions, but it's another thing entirely to just say things that are false.
So you don't believe in the First Amendment. You do not believe in the right to say what you want to say.
No. No. And here's the ultimate problem when it comes to her. And this is really what it comes down to. And I honestly do not care how obnoxious this sounds. I really don't. She's just not that bright.
I don't take her seriously.
She's just not that bright.
She doesn't come, like, when you listen to Rashida speak, when you listen to Ilhan speak, hell, when you listen to Gavin Newsom speak, there is a level of gravitas that comes with it.
She comes off like a college-age TikToker. That's it. And she doesn't come off, to me, I'm just saying, I've never found her to be incredibly bright. So who knows what information she gives. I know she's probably surrounded by a whole bunch of sycophantic tools who probably give her whatever information they give her.
If there is one thing that Alex definitely seems like to me, she is almost like a mirror image of somebody like Trump, in the sense that she has to have people around her that constantly tell her how great she is and how intelligent she is and how she's right about everything that she does, that criticism is not valid, that her way is the right way, instead of saying, you know, Alex, maybe this isn't such a good idea. No, I don't think she gets that type of criticism.
Oh, wait, here's the thing, Steve. She's not Darth Vader. She's just a social democrat doing what they always do. Okay, but she is using her power for evil.
And she's got power.
She's using her power for evil. She is now simping for a party that's okay with genocide. She's gaslighting people. She is now sitting there promoting censorship. So, yeah, she's crossed over to the dark side. I think it is very safe to say that she has crossed over to the dark side.
She has the power to actually make a difference right now. She's in like a plus 30 D district. So there's nothing that's going to happen to her and her seat. You know, she could actually be standing and using her soapbox right now.
Have a spine.
To talk about how we cannot go forward as a party if we do not stop the genocide.
Which is what I was saying is to, I don't know who she's surrounded with, who she listens to, but I've never found her, and I've never found her to be very bright. So when you're not that bright and you're also like wanting all of this stuff, so I don't know what she believes, what she knows, what she's told to do. And the fact that we can't discern amongst those things, therein is the problem.
Yeah.
Therein is the problem. But I also feel like with Kamala, I don't think Kamala even picks out her own clothes. So I think that there's just some people that they don't have a position. They just go like, they're like amorphous. They're like, although Octopus is really smart.
Not going to argue with you, VJ, but
he looks like a used car salesman.
Have you ever heard Governor Pritzker give a speech? Like, you have to understand.
Definitely luxury cars, though, because he still wears really nice suits.
Yeah. Like, you cannot deny that there is something. When you hear certain people talk and you can understand why people gravitate to them. That doesn't mean that they're good, but you have to recognize that.
Oh, yeah.
Alex doesn't have that.
Like people like Obama.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Everybody who has ever met him has said the same thing. It's not right. So yeah, no, there's certain people, but that doesn't mean that they're quality people. It doesn't mean that they're not just friggin' snake oil salesmen that are just slicker.